When you are finished with your mandala, you're going to have this one piece which is spinning from the center. You've created the individual pieces and spun them. That's where the first video leaves you off. After you are complete, you are to select the entire piece. Right click. Make sure you group it. This one's already grouped. Then we're going to hold Option and copy it so you have two. The second copy is going to be much bigger. And we are going to right click and arrange it to the back. Put it underneath the other one, kind of in the center. That would be best, but it's up to you. Then I would even make maybe one more of the same thing. So take it, select both this time, Option click to copy both, and again, make them much, much larger, like this, and right click, arrange, send to the back. Kind of like that, all right? So now you have this one giant piece, but I am going to make them a little smaller altogether just so you can see the corners of the page. So you see how I have some white stuck in the corners that are not filled up as of yet. So what you're going to do for the corners of the page is this. This is how you end the project. You're going to go online. You're going to look up Square Mandala Designs. Go to Images. Make sure you go to Tools. Larger than 1024 by 768 or larger. You want to get a black and white example of one. So here's one. I clicked on it right like this. I just clicked on it. And then I hit View Image to see the large example of it. And then move Firefox over. Sorry. That's not what I meant to do right there. Minimize that. Okay, so I'm going to take this enlarged drawing right here. And I'm going to drag it directly on to the Illustrator file. Drag it directly onto the Illustrator file. Once it comes up on here, it's going to be pretty big, probably. I'm going to pull it over. And now here are the steps. You must click on it with the black arrow so it's selected. Go up to the top and go to where it says Image Trace. Give it a little bit. It's going to do the image trace for you. It's going to turn it all black and white and basically draw all of the lines. They might not be bright enough. You can see it didn't draw every line. So we got to go up to the top, right to here. Click on this, and we can change the settings so that there's more threshold, which means more black is going to pop out. Give it a second to redo it, and more black will pop out of that original drawing that you just dragged in from the internet. So there it is. It got darker. You can see what it looks like, nice and clean. So from here, what do? You click on it. We're going to go to Object Expand. Object Expand. And then Object Live Paint and Make. All right, once it turns it into a live paint group, before you start coloring it, you don't need all of the middle stuff. So take the eraser tool, go onto it, and start deleting the middle kind of stuff on it, right? Every time you delete a lot of it, there's a lot of points being deleted, so it's going to give you this little progress bar. Right? So see how I'm doing? I'm just kind of cutting through it to get rid of it because I just don't need all of this stuff. You're going to need little parts of it. So I'm going to try to select, delete, select, delete. Trying to get rid of it. Okay. So I'm just going to give you an example with a circle, but you can cut it out in any way you want. I'm going to cut it out to about here. So I just cut out a big circle from the inside of it before I color it in. All right, about that's good. Then you go over to your live paint bucket. You can be more precise when you do that cutout. This is just for the video. Live paint bucket. Choose your colors over in your swatches, right? Choose whatever colors you want. Go over to this piece. Go right up to it. Start to color it in. Whatever you do on one side, I would do to the other side as well. Right? Make it all even in terms of how you color it in. I'll do a couple of more real quick just to color it a little bit. All right, so I didn't color everything in, but you get the idea. I colored it a little bit so far. And then from there, we're almost done now. You basically take this circle that's inside. You want to create a circle that's the same size as this. All right, so you grab the whole piece, right-click, arrange to the front, and then we're going to drag it over on top. And then you can kind of squish it so it fits inside the artboard. All right, so you see that right there? Don't worry about the ones that stick out of the edge like this. Those aren't going to print anyway because they're not on the artboard. And if there's any white space behind it left over, you can select all of these pieces and make them larger so that they fill up the gaps in the background, like that. And that's the way it's going to look when you're done. That's all you have to do for the border is grab it, bring it in, do a couple of steps. The video is now going to be on the